In 2010, Demand Media was generating over 100 million unique visitors across its properties each month. But just a few years later, this huge internet empire became nothing but a shell of its former self. So what exactly happened to Demand Media? Demand Media was created in 2006 by Sean Kahlo and Richard Rosenblatt, former chairman of MySpace. In short, the company focused on creating online content based on popular search queries, hence generating a large amount of monthly traffic that was also advertiser-friendly. Its best years were between 2008 and 2011, primarily thanks to the thousands of writers the company recruited to maintain its growing list of websites. This was generally well received by many new writers. At any given point, the platform had hundreds of title ideas to choose from. Anyone could simply claim them on a first-come first-served basis, pretty similar to TextBroker. Much of this content was published on websites like ehow.com and Livestrong, which are still pretty active today. This resulted in a reliable stream of income for freelance writers, with many workers earning over $2,000 each month from technical guides and general tutorials. Anyway, as Demand Media published a virtually unlimited amount of content in quick succession, the internet as a whole was also evolving. More people were online, more people were publishing content, and more companies were fighting for a piece of the digital pie, especially when it came to search engines. These content production companies knew how easy it was to generate advertising revenue, and it wasn't long before platforms like HubPages and Tryon started competing and publishing countless articles as well. All this ad revenue only made companies more and more ambitious. To give you some context, in 2009 eHow ditched human title creators for an advanced algorithm almost entirely. This algorithm was more accurate in predicting trending topics, which quickly made Demand Media approximately 20 times more profitable. By 2011, it is said that the website was publishing more than 5,000 articles and videos each day with the help of over 10,000 freelancers. Between all of these companies churning out content so quickly, this meant that much of the work was fairly mediocre and too basic to be useful. Many websites didn't even bother to have an editorial team in place, so you can only imagine the pile of garbage being produced. In turn, this started to affect giants like Google, with many of their search results consisting of mediocre articles. This forced Google to really evolve its search algorithm, giving more priority to higher quality content while burying low-effort articles. As you can imagine, Demand Media was not exactly innocent. After all, they did focus more on quantity rather than quality, resulting in many of their properties sinking to the bottom of search engine results. While their website still generated millions of visitors thanks to social media and newsletter campaigns, this traffic kept declining over time as their bad reputation gained prominence. Eventually, as the company was struggling to find its footing, their best freelance writers left to look for better clients. And by the mid-2010s, there were only a handful of titles to choose from as the company became more aggressive with their editing and publishing policies. Sadly, while they did increase their article rates, it still wasn't enough for most writers to justify the headache of researching and writing each topic. So where is Demand Media today? Believe it or not, the company has made some improvements over the years. For starters, it's now much more picky about what it publishes. And websites like eHow and Livestrong have seen many of their crappy articles disappear, leaving only the more useful ones published. With that said, this company will likely never see the success it once achieved, especially as the internet matures and competition grows. The platform that so many writers enjoyed no longer exists, at least not as it did before. Demand Media, now known as Leaf Group, will be forever known as a cautionary tale for internet brands. When a goldmine is uncovered, do your best to approach it with quality in mind rather than exploiting it and running it to the ground. They could have been known as the kings of high-quality content for decades to come. But instead, many now remember them as a cheap platform that prioritized quantity over everything else. As for writers, this major shift actually means better opportunities from clients, as they now realize the value in producing high-quality content and the importance of building relationships with freelancers and readers. If you ever wrote for Demand Media, talk about your experiences in the comments section below. Thanks for watching.